Welcome back to Ben Dragon's Daily Downloads. This is a special message today, and that is get that spiritual peen out of your bus. The Matrix is collapsing, guys. We don't have as much time as we think. I'm tired of playing games. I'm tired of compromising. It's a black and white cat crossing the street. Duality. Transition. I'm tired of playing games. The world is playing games. I'm tired of pretending I'm tired of not speaking my mind. I'm tired of everyone pretending like everything is just cool. But look, being a Scorpio sun, I see the bullshit. I'm going to actually speak on it. This is the bullshit I see happening in the Matrix. Number one, inflation. Okay? It's getting very bad. Food prices are jacking up. The homeless problem is getting worse and worse. It's getting harder and harder just to live. People's jobs are getting replaced by robots. It's getting harder and harder to live just to make ends meet. Rent prices are getting jacked up. Like they're squeezing the bubble around us. They're squeezing the cage. Now, for two, it's harder to even have a normal job anymore because the job market's very competitive. It's almost like an overcrowding issue, particularly in California. Job market's extremely competitive, and who even wants to be doing a regular job nowadays unless you're a bot? Me, I can barely even keep a normal job because, I don't know, my spirit just doesn't like being in a box, doesn't like serving other people. I wasn't meant to have a spiritual peen up my bus every day. Maybe some of you were, but not me, not Ben Dragon. Okay? Alright, things are getting serious. Now, the other thing I want to mention is, okay, so fine. You have to find a way to make ends meet in this society with all this inflation. Can't get a normal job, can't hold a job for whatever reason, or don't want one, or whatever the case. Okay, so then what? You try to be an entrepreneur. Now, even the programs ran for entrepreneurs are the same shit. Everyone is doing the same thing. On the internet, the ads. Have you guys noticed on YouTube that the ads people are running, they always come with the same energy? It's either like an extreme form of negativity, like I'm completely dumping on this thing, I'm the only one that has the answer, I'm the only one that has a solution. Look how successful I am, which is almost always an illusion. Like, I'm the only one who has the answer or is onto this thing. And then they offer a little something for free, and then you have to sign up and pay a large amount of money for their class or whatever to be coached by them. It's like the same game every single time. Clickbait on YouTube. People all competing for views. What do? They use polarizing words and hot ticket words that gravitate a lot of attention in the algorithm. Things that polarize, divide. They'll take an extreme stand, at least in their title, and then not even go into any sort of depth to explain themselves on it. There's no integrity. Everyone's trying to run the same game. Everyone's trying to do the same thing. It's not going to work, guys. Innovate, okay? It's not going to work. It's not going to work if you're all doing the same thing. It's not going to work. All right? The other thing, chemtrails. Every year I notice them spraying them more and more and more. Now today it's a little bit better because it just rained, so they didn't need to spray them. As you can tell, I'm in a suburban neighborhood. I'm doing all right for myself. But chemtrails. Why are they playing tic-tac-toe in the sky, guys? It's our sky. Why do we just allow them to do that? Why are we allowing them to do that? Like, if we just said, if a million of us came together, like, yeah, we're not going to work anymore until you guys stop spraying the sky with chemtrails. Guess what? They wouldn't be there the next day. Well, maybe not the next day, but the next week, after things settle out, after the dispute has been resolved, they wouldn't be there anymore, because the people have the power. If you keep giving your power away and keep working underneath the same conditions as always, they're just going to keep spreading your bus wider and wider and wider with their esoteric peen. That's what's been happening. That's what I'm seeing. Inflation, money's imaginary. They just print that shit out of their ass, millions of dollars a day. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They give it to their rich banker friends, whatever. They'll invent bills to pass just to pay off certain higher ups. Like, money is nothing to them. There are people that print money. That means there's people that above money. It's just about controlling the flow of energy, human resources. The human being is the most valuable resource on the planet. Because our minds are gold mines. Human being is the most valuable resource on the planet. So you control the minds, you control the world. So mind control, that's the other thing. I mean, I'm sure most of us at this point can see through the illusion of Hollywood. All these weak ass shows coming out. And at the end of the day, all these movies just serve to reinforce some agenda. It's like the same archetypes over and over and over. I could go into depth on the whole nother video about that, but I don't want to get too off topic. What else did I want to talk about? Google can obviously hear. Okay, so I heard from a reputable source that your smartphone always records you even when it's off and the battery is out. It still can hear because it's powered by satellite. Your phone can be powered just from satellite itself, so that the voice recorder is on and still feeding back to the secret services and the government. I want to say the NSA. Yeah. And why are they always listening to you? How do I know? Well, ad targeting. Have you ever had such an ad that was just so specific? It's like, how could they have possibly known that was exactly what was going on in my mind? I don't even say anything out loud to indicate that. So it goes beyond just voice recording and regurgitating keywords. It goes beyond that. The algorithm is way smarter than that. It knows exactly what state of being you're in. It knows what emotion you're in. It knows your whole thought pattern. And sometimes it's pretty scary, to the point where I feel like they have some sort of technology that can actually register your brain waves or something. They can actually, to some extent, read your thoughts or your energy signature. And some have theorized that's what the jab was about, so that you could, the government would basically have a way of, it's bio-tracking, basically. There's this thing called luciferase in it. Lucifer, the light bearer, light, meaning tracking. It's a way for them to physically track you and your energy and your state of being, as well as potentially download thoughts into you. Now, I can't prove any of that, but it feels like they already have the technology to register your brain waves. I don't know how, maybe through your smartphone. And then it goes into the algorithm and then pumps back through YouTube or whatever site you're on, ads that are very, very specific to exactly your current state of being. Like, I'll give you an example. I was at a Filipino house party like 5 years ago, because they were the neighbor of my grandma, and I was there, and I didn't even say anything. I didn't even bring my phone with me. But when I got back, my phone knew that I was there because I got an ad for a Filipino dating site. I never got that ad before. Why would I? Well, somehow it knew I was at that party, even though I didn't bring my phone. You see? My grandma doesn't have a cell phone either. So how did it know I was there? I mean, maybe you could argue it heard me talking about it with her. But no, I mean, maybe other people had smartphones there that were somehow able to register my energy signature or my face or something. But that also goes into other people's smartphones can also track you. It's not just your own. So the extent that they're tracking us goes beyond physically. It's also mentally. They're tracking us mentally, our mental thought currents, and then they use this to create propaganda that caters to the collective mind state at the moment. It's all I came on here to say, guys, is get that spiritual peen out of your bus. We've got to come together and stop taking all this BS from the state, because it's only going to get worse and worse and worse. It's almost like they're egging us on to the point of trying them. But the way to win is not through violence, it's through protesting in the correct way, which is just removing your energy from feeding the beast, from feeding the system. If enough people come together and actually boycott, actually not put their energy or money into things, then you have their attention. If enough people come together, then you have their attention, because they're losing energy, they're losing money. Like, all right, let's bargain with you now. That's what your power is your energy, what you're putting into things. Power is energy, duh. So I just wanted to put that thought out there. I'm not saying I'm gonna lead a whole revolution, but I am saying I can be part of what already is happening, on the cutting edge of it. This view of the sunset for you. Made it to the park. So get that spiritual peen out of your bus, and I'll see you guys next time. And don't forget to visit www.sublimrns.com to get a free energy reading consultation from me and my partner Remedy, where we can go into detail reading your energy signature, what things you may be going through your life, and help you transmute those blockages into success, abundance, healing, and a better flow state and healthier, more holistic lifestyle for you. That's what we do. We're holistic healers. Thank you, and have a sublime good day, everyone.